welcome to 12 Days of Christmas. If you have no idea what's going on, don't worry, I'll explain it to you. It's very easy, very simple concept. If you like my 31 Days of Horror, it's kind of like that, but every single day I open a present, which is a horror movie, and it's a surprise to me and to you guys what I'm going to review for the day. And just like 31 Days of Horror, it is a vlog style review, and this will be going on until the end of the month, so I'm really excited, and let's get into day one. By the way, these are picked by my partner, and he doesn't like horror movies. If you haven't been here before, it's a real treat. Okay, I'm excited. This is the fun part, guys. This is really cute.
It's all downhill from here.
This is really cute wrapping paper. Ooh, I'm seeing O'Neill. Oh, Jennifer O'Neill. Oh my god! I've reviewed this before. This was haven't I?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking about Shocker, that's what I'm thinking about. No, I have. I've definitely seen this movie before, but I've never reviewed it. The fun thing about 12 Days of Christmas is it is movies that I have seen before. It's not all like 31 Days of Horror where I haven't seen any of these films, so it can be like classics that I haven't reviewed before. And I'm sure a lot of people really love this movie, so this is gonna be a good one, an interesting one. David Cronenberg, classic really. Have you seen this one?
No.
Have you heard of it?
No.
How did you pick it?
From the Melbourne horror bookstore.
Oh, you got this like at the start a year ago.
Like
Wait,
almost,
at the start of the year.
yeah, January.
So yeah, Dean's picked this up in January. All of these DVDs he's collected throughout the year, so that's fun. That's a really good pick. Good job. Welcome to the world of the Scanners, a race of humans with telekinetic powers that can wreak havoc beyond your most dreaded nightmare. Okay, I'm getting ready to put this one in. I've definitely seen it before, but I really can't remember all of the details, so I'm really excited to share what I think about it. Yeah, it should be an interesting one. I mean, I would never really pick this one out myself. I do love Cronenberg, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love his movies. I mean, I haven't been one for like, I don't want to say cheesy, but cheesy 80 films recently. I believe this is 80s, or is it early 90s? Yeah, it's 81. I've been more into psychological stuff, so it's a good change up. It will be a good change up for me. What am I gonna do about this, guys? I just finished Scanners. I did not remember this film like this at all. I thought it was way more cheesy than it was, and it was actually quite a serious movie. Although 80s movies, they don't always like set out to be cheese, they just naturally turn out that way. But this one is a lot more slow and cheesy than I remember, but I think it's because this film is known for its classic head bursting shot. I'm sure you've seen that a billion times, and also the cover reveals like probably the most climactic part of the film, and everything else is kind of like talk in between and like computer work. So it's a very strange movie in the fact that it has like a really cool deep story, but then it's really spaced out with back and forth communication about said story and action in between, which are both things I'm not really about. I really did like the idea of the scanners and like the whole telepathic power. I thought it was creepy, interesting, and yeah, I thought it was really dark, and I like the idea of like all the twists and turns between sending someone. The film is about someone who is kind of just learning about the powers, and then him like going to defeat others that are like him. Sounds like an X-Men movie, kind of. So usually that wouldn't be my thing, but I really liked, you know, the horror aspect of it, but there was a lot in between, and I really did just remember like the headburst scene and like the climactic scene and nothing else, and I remember why now. And I hate saying this because I know it's a classic and I know so many people are gonna be mad at me, but I didn't really enjoy this film. I like the thought of it, I just didn't like the execution. It was so boring. I'm bracing for impact with these comments, I swear to God. What I do know about the film is there's 4 of these films. I have only seen the first one, and you'll have to let me know down in the comments if you've seen the other 4. I believe there's like Scanners 2, Scanners 3, and then I think the other one's called like Scanner Cop. So let me know down below if you guys have seen any of the other ones and if it's worth watching, and if the original, the first one, is the best. I did also read that David Cronenberg said this is one of the most frustrating films it is the most frustrating film he's ever written and directed. The film had to start shooting because of some tax issues with like the tax cutoff at the end of the year, so they had to write the film as they were shooting it, which sounds like a mistake to me. But a lot of horror lovers just like stand by this. I was looking at reviews before, and a lot of people say this is the darkest, best sci-fi horror they've ever seen. I am a fan of David Cronenberg, don't get me wrong, but this is probably the film I like the least of his. I could say that now. For me, with his top 3 would definitely be, and this is personal obviously, would be Videodrome, The Brood, and then the remake of The Fly. I will say that I really liked the practical effects in this one. The makeup effects were done really cool, and of course the head explosion scene, there's a reason why it went down in history and it's so classic. And you know, towards the end, like I said, this is one of the best shots in the film. I really liked how they used practical effects for all of his stuff, but that's very Cronenberg. He does that across the board. I thought those aspects were interesting. I really like the idea of like getting in someone's head and like cooking it from the inside pretty much, but I don't like everything in between. It was just a little bit back and forth. I guess the credit I have to give it is a simple story with a complex like background, and I like that there was like a twist and you know there was more to it than you thought. I thought that was cool, but by the time there was the reveal, I was kind of checked out mentally, emotionally. I'm so sorry guys, this is just my opinion. I am not a fan of Scanners. Oh, man, that sucks. How much does that suck? I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 10. This is just a personal thing. What I want to ask you guys down in the comments, is there a classic film that you don't like? I want to know what films you don't like down in the comments that everyone else likes. Don't make me feel embarrassed. Don't make me feel ashamed. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of Scanners. Do you think it's intense as people say, or do you think it's a little bit slower? Praying for the best for tomorrow. I don't think this one was Dean's fault. I think it's just a personal choice. So I'll see you guys then for another 12 days of Christmas. Yay!